Raider Nation, GQ, what's happening, baby?
What it is, what it is.
Home from Vegas, hey.
Yes, sir. Fresh.
What's up, Pops?
How you doing, Q? All right.
Yeah,
How's the
all is
weather
good.
down
What's up, Radio Nation? What's up, GQ,
there?
Thor?
Ready to rain down
Man, glad to be back, man. Glad to be back. You
Oh, you
know,
back?
just
You
just
back in
made it in.
Vegas?
there. Supposed to start
Up.
raining up there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is good. Yeah, I wasn't even tripping.
You feel me?
Yeah,
You feel me? Yeah, man. It
Man,
was
I
a
hate
fun
I
time.
missed you, dog.
Yeah, me and Thor was just actually talking about it just a couple seconds ago. Just Utah was out there working. It was cool, and I'm not gonna spend this time talking about Utah, but I'm gonna say this little caveat. After not even knowing anything about Salt Lake, getting to Salt Lake, and the area that I was staying in was a place called Midvale. Coming to find out, as y'all seen, if you got the Facebook page, I went live a couple times on that page from a bar out there called the fucking Midway, and they have the Rocky Mountain 801 Raider Nation out there. I was out there turning up with the family in Utah. I was like,
For
it
sure.
surprised the hell out of me, but it was a Raider bar out there. Linked up with some folks and actually some people that are familiar with a lot of the people that we actually function with. Like I was telling you about the guy Fred Gates. Shout out to my boy Fred Gates. He's a super fan. He like dresses all, hella dresses up, all that type of shit. He's actually from Memphis. So if all the like game Titans games, shit like that, you probably people will have recognized him from out there. But he's a diehard fan, dresses up and stuff like that. It's a lot of them out there. But Fred, he actually knew who Thor was. He told me a story about him and his friend that went to a game. Well, actually, he said his friend went to a game in Oakland, and he remembered it was a guy named Thor at this tailgate called the Super Hood Tailgate that poured some tequila down his throat and got him, faded and shit. Like, oh, you Raider Nation? Well, come on, it's all family, it's all love. So he had that story from his friend on nostalgic, and he was telling me, yeah, man, I always wanted to meet Thor. Like, we never got to meet him, and woo. But I'm like, man, that's crazy that you mentioned that because you just in luck, buddy. You just in luck, buddy. We can set that up for you. But no, they was welcoming. They was cool. It was all love out there. There's actually one cat out there who he's like business wise. I guess he's friends with Andre. He showed me some pictures. He was like he's like goes down into the bottom of the stadium with the players and shit. He was with Andre James and this player and that player. So shout out to that guy. I can't remember his name, but cool people out there. But Utah was fun. Work was cool, but I'm happy to be home. I have to watch the draft with those guys and not at home. So I would have rather been with Charles Woodson and Stu. You know what I mean? And all the family out here turning up. But yeah, anyways, man. Love y'all nation. I'm happy to be back, man. And let's get it. You feel me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
For sure, man. That right there was a fluke, and that was crazy. The wisdom and still thing, but shout out to them for remembering Super. And that's what we do, man. Real talk, we Raider Nation family, man. We the Raider Nation drinking club. I'm old school Super Hood tailgate. We was somewhere else this weekend, Q, right? And some cat had his Super Hood. He had a Super Hood bracelet on.
Yeah, showed
And
that.
Q was like, "Oh, what?" And he had his OG one on. Q had one of the old original ones on. Like, what? Oh, hell yeah! So that was cool. And
Radio Nation family,
so
man.
so we went down there. Oh, Superior Sound Productions is in the building. That's DJ Mike Scott right there. So
hey.
he DJ'd for them the first night. So the first night we went to the Black Hole tailgate. You know what I'm saying? Got to go represent with Cisco and the whole Black Hole, John V and Senor and Gorilla and all the fam, man, and they all came over here. And then to say, so the next day we just stopped by because I got family in here right now coming into town. So we stopped by the graph, their little thing, graph and wasted and hammer and all them, the Mount Showmore, spot and Raider
Mount
Cody.
Skidmore, y'all gonna have to come see me, big dogs. Y'all gonna have to come see me about y'all's initiation. We'll talk about it later. We're gonna talk. We'll
Hey.
get into it later.
Hey. They official. That record ain't official though. That record ain't official though. We'll talk about that. But anyway, love you, graphic. You know.
All love, Graph, Big Mike, wasted.
But so yeah, it was funny, bro. So I go down the week. I go down there. Q ended up meeting me down there a little bit after I got there. So I go down there, bro. I walk in. It was early because the draft started at 4. I knew I had to get back here because for us it's Warrior game and stuff.
D-Train in the building,
Suave, and whatever. And I had family coming in, and we're gonna barbecue and we're kicking, and I got people coming in. So I'm trying to just see the people, and right. I walk in, and so it's like an hour before the draft's gonna start anyway. So it's a little empty. But I see, I'm like, oh, there go Big Mike right there. Big Mike been on our show a few times. Big Mike was people's man. I'm like, oh, there go Big. Hey, what's up, dog? And I'm like, I think I see Wesley sitting on, and I'm looking, I'm like, that looked like Stewie ugly ass. But he got his full on lumberjack beard going. And I was like, God damn, that motherfucker sitting next to him looked dead on Woody. And I'm like, wait, that's Stewie? That probably is Woody. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go kick it. I gotta go over there and kick it, man. And Woody cool than the fan, man. Woody cooler than the fan, bro.
For sure.
He was real people. And Stewie wild. He wild, but he cool. He real people. And we, how we is. We real people, so we love kicking. We're like, bro, Woody arguably a top 20 player in league history. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he just cool than the fan, just chilling, kicking it. So that was great. For and
sure.
Just talking about draft stuff, man. Just talking about draft stuff, and then when I was sitting there, Woody telling stories, like that's great, man. Just listen to those stories and stuff. So it was good times, man. Wish you was here, but good job taking care of the job and being out in Salt Lake, and hooking up everywhere we go. Q, wherever you go, you run the Raider people.
We gonna find it. You know what I mean? But now, if we ever did happen to have some shit where we was in Salt Lake and we needed to, I know where we can go and pull up. You know what I mean?
You never know.
You never know. And while we on this little caveat, before we jump into it, just because he on the line right now, if you live in Vegas, Raider Nation Drinking Club, and you want to go have some superior sounds, make sure you take your ass out to Passions Hookah Lounge. Passions, that's where my boy DJ Mike Scott is going to be at Tuesday. Get out there if you can. If you want something to do, get out there. Pull up. Yeah. Shit, I'm going to pull up. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But yeah, I just wanted to send a shout out to DJ Mike. Send that plug, man. Passions Hookah Lounge. If you're in Vegas, Tuesday, Passions, pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, man. Hey, and you know what, GQ? Honestly, that was straight from the heart, right? GQ just came up with that. Like no one mentioned it, straight from the heart, and that's such. So on Saturday after the draft, we barbecued at the house, and Senor and Rilla and Violator came through, which was unexpected, in Cisco after, but Graph and Wasted and Hammer and Big Mike came through before, right?
Right.
Which I knew they were supposed to be coming as long as they wasn't faking, and so they came and we kicking, and then all of a sudden, kind of out of nowhere, Gorilla and all them show up, and that was great times, bro. And one thing, just talking, like we all talking, and like that, like when we was talking with Grant, like we Raider Nation, we supposed to be helping each other and supporting each other. And yeah, that's definitely the DJ, and that's a different lane than us or anyone, that's his. But we supposed to support each other, man, and help each other out. So thank you, GQ, because we them dudes. We is the Switzerland of Raider Nation YouTube. We cool with everyone if you a real motherfucker and kick it for real. So thank you. Right on, GQ. We appreciate that for sure.
All love.
What about the new Raiders, man? What y'all thinking? Where we going?
Right.
Where we
All
starting at?
right.
let's
I
get
know.
into it
I
now.
know.
There
I
you go,
know.
Q.
You antsy. Q antsy. Let's get into it.
Man,
Let's get into it.
what y'all
Let's get
think
into
about
it.
the Tyree Wilson #1 pick? Big time.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Before we go there, and I know we're gonna get into, we're gonna scrutinize. Before you go there, how do you feel overall, just on a just an overall glance, general consensus? How do you feel overall before we get into the meat and potatoes about how we did, about what we look like, or just an overall scale pick selections?
I feel good about it, man. I ain't gonna say it went exactly the way I thought, but I think we got 9 picks and 7 of them was defense. So that's basically what I was looking for.
Six.
But 9 picks, 6 defense.
The first 6 picks went defense, offense, defense, offense, defense, offense. We literally went back ping pong back and forth, and then finish it out the rest with the defense.
Right. So
and then the UDFA guys, we got a couple guys over there too.
Yeah, I got like 7, 8, 9 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean, 6 picks on defense. I mean, we needed a tight end. We all knew we was drafting a quarterback at some point. So the way the draft went, and I'm good with it. I would give us a B just off of just looks at it. You never know how the player's gonna pan out, but I would give us a B for attacking what we needed to attack.
Mm-hmm. I gave us initially. I started out with I said A-. I posted that. I stand by that. But I think I was conflicted a little bit. I wasn't so upset. Like I said, I like the draft. I'm maybe a B plus A. I'm in there. I'm in there on the range of the B plus A- range. But same, man. I thought they did a good job at addressing talent. They did a good job at addressing need, and I gave a bad grade, especially because that everybody was talking about the wide receiver taking, but sitting back and looking at it, thinking on it, looking at the player and looking at the value of the player, was he taking maybe a little bit too high? Perhaps, but when you look at what could possibly be there, I didn't really fully look at it, but looking at that particular pick. If you're saying that we're going to go away from Hunter, like you were saying, Q, okay, his Hunter's money and for what he does is production. And then people talk about him, his injury, saying healthy, or then they talk about how he started getting little fumble issues and things like that. And then his speed, he's not really a breakout speed guy. Yeah, he's shifty. He has quickness, not really breakout speed. So when I look at it in that manner, and I'm like, okay, damn. This motherfucker is hella fast. He's hella quick. When you're talking about the return game, and if you're saying you swapping him out for Hunter Renfrow, I actually don't hate the pick. Right. I don't hate the pick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you're talking about getting into the gadget plays, the screen jet sweeps. You know what I mean? Bubble screens, and you know what I mean? Little short drag plays. Just getting him in Jimmy G, right? Not a deep passer, so everyone says. So if you have a guy that he can be able to get the ball out quickly to, but this is a guy that if you put the ball in his hands, he can make something pop. So you look at that, and I'm like, okay, I'm not so mad at it. But it's gonna, I would expect to see us definitely do something with Hunter Renfrow, for certain.
Right. So
but I said B plus A- overall. And I know I got into some meat, but my bad.
So for me, I'm gonna give us a B solid. I could even lean toward if a B is a 80 is a B minus, 85 is a B, 80 whatever, 90 is A minus. I'm gonna give us around an 87, a little above a B, but not quite a B plus. But bro, every draft, you don't really know until about 3 years down the road anyway, right? So what we wanted was mainly defense. Well, we got 6 out of 9, we got 2/3, 66% defense. So I'm okay with that. Now, were a lot of us a little shook at first on the Tyree Wilson pick? Of course, because we wanted Jalen Carter because he might have fell to us. But I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to my little brother on the channel.
Being a beast, then that was and Tyree in every mock draft I seen was going in the top 5, and we got him at 7. I was listening to the JT show today about the tight end. Now, like you said, we know we need a tight end.
Yeah.
He was saying on the Raiders board that dude was 15 overall. Like overall, he was the 15th highest rated player coming out in the draft. So for you
He's
to
definitely
get
the best tight end in the draft.
that's a straight steal to you, right?
Still,
Right.
Still, value
You get
pick.
it 35.
So I mean, I mean, there's questions with the quarterback, out of Purdue. Well, Stewie, who we were kicking with the other day, Stewie gotta love that pick because he's a Purdue guy.
He was talking about it. He was talking about it.
But I mean, the receiver in that round, maybe not. Maybe we didn't need that there. So the defensive tackle out of Alabama, a lot of people ain't in love with him. I'm sorry, because you guys know I'm not really good with names. I'm always forgetting names. I damn near. You guys are luckily you're just Q and GQ, so that's easy to remember.
Dude out of Alabama is like Brian
Young.
Yeah. And people are like, "Hey, that wasn't the greatest pick." Well, we'll see. We'll see.
He was a top 100 athlete,
defensive tackle. Well, if the first dude ends up to be a monster with Max Crosby, Brian Young might be what you need, or with whoever else you got. I mean, I think I would have liked to have addressed the cornerbacks a little more and the backside defense, right? Well, motherfucker, we need a lot of help. We addressed some defense. That's mostly what I wanted to address. So I'm okay with it. I can't really judge it like that. I mean, to me, it was solid. I was fine if we just went all defense the whole way. I wouldn't even care if we got it. But you got that tight end. You got it. Those are things you knew you were going to get.
If you look at it, though, the offensive picks that we got, and we only got 3, right? We picked 3 offensive guys, and if you look at it, those are 3 areas of need, right? In terms of talking about the future, those are 3 absolute areas of need. So if they felt like they found value in those picks, we know we got value out of Meyer. He was the best tight end in the draft. Most would say, would argue. You know what I mean? And we got him at a steal. So that's definitely going to be the heir apparent replacement for Waller. Somebody that's going to be able to develop for years to come, bro. Honestly, the comparisons to Dave Casper, right? Notre Dame, Irish, 87. You feel me? All that, right?
Right.
And then
we traded up to get him. We traded up.
We traded up to get him.
We put a bunch of people.
You feel me? So we wanted him, and we went out and got him. We had capital. We had draft capital, and you know what? We used that. So I'm not mad at it, bro.
Because you're probably not going to draft. We have 12 and 13 draft picks. You draft 12 or 13 people. All of them are not going to make your team.
Right.
So so I'm big in if you need to move up a little bit. I don't want to move up at 7, but when you're jockeying for position, when you're talking about 3rd round to a 4th round, I mean it's really kind of all the same to me. Because if you really like that person and you want them, I'm gonna take them. Because when you pick again in 30 slots, they might not be there.
Might not be there, bro. Right.
I feel like that's why they went and got O'Connell at the time that they did too, because it was kind of a little. It was a run of quarterbacks going right there at that time.
Hella quarterbacks went right after that. Like quarterbacks that were some people had Aiden O'Connell slotted in 5th or 6th round. They had a bunch of them quarterbacks that went in the 4th round, slotted 5th or 6th round. So if you wait, you're not going to get your guy. And, we play fantasy football. When it's a run on defense or when it's a run on kickers, then everybody's like, oh, they're getting kickers. Oh, I got to go get one. So I'm okay with it.
I was just going to say the same thing, bro. Kicker panic, whatever panic it may be. When it starts being a run, you're like, well, you hope you were ahead of the run. You were the hope you were the one. But you're like, well, if I don't get this motherfucker now, and the next guy, even if it's not the guy I want, takes a quarterback or whatever happens, whatever position happens to be, and you're like, oh shit, that run's gonna go. Well, this guy I want, I'm gonna go get his ass.
Right.
And so that's what I'm saying. I'm not upset at that at all because I'm a gambler, I'm a poker player, I'm a whatever, but a lot of times you can make your own luck by aggression, right? I'd rather be lucky than good every day of the week, but sometimes you got to make your own luck. And so if you really like somebody too, be aggressive and go get their ass, right? And whether it's straight up, and we had the luxury of having all them picks. Put the motherfuckers to use, like you said. Right. Some ain't gonna make the change. So do you really need 12 or 13 picks? No, you need to use all your picks to your best ability. So to me, that what might be pushing the draft closer to a B plus. I felt like we were aggressive, and I appreciate that shit, man.
And I think starting off, man,
no, I was gonna say. So then the next pick after, because we went through rounds 3, right? That's Tyree at round 1, Meyer at 2, and we had 2 picks in round 3. We got Byron Young and we got Trey Tucker. And then we started the 4th round, and we got what I would say, a lot would say, we probably got the steal of the draft right here in terms of a defensive back in Ja'Cory Bennett.
That was a big one.
That dude was a monster.
So,
and he failed.
I'm gonna let you talk GQ, but for the last couple
go
days,
ahead.
I've just been going back, analyzing some of these picks, pulling up their stats and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in on that. That was a good pick.
Elaborate, brother.
Right, and I definitely like that pick, and I like the position because we were all kind of thinking we were going cornerback in the first round, right? And we end up going with Tyree. So I like that because we need that. I also think when you say it's still a draft, I'm hearing a lot of motherfuckers is really big on the receiver. You was talking a little bit like he could be special. We need, like, we obviously don't want Hunter Renfrow returning kicks anymore. Like, dude. But the people is high on that kid, bro. So you're never the way the league is set up nowadays. We all want defense, and we all say the old defense wins championships. Yeah, but not as much. Like the last like 4 or 5 years, the team that won the Super Bowl doesn't have had the top 5 offense. So you need to have that. You have to have that offense, and they've been in the middle of the pack. So,
but the thing with the Ja'Cory pick was just his intangibles. I think he's 5'10", 5'11", runs. He does run a 4.3. I don't think anybody caught a touchdown.
42 is vertical.
42 is vertical. I don't think anybody caught a touchdown on him this year.
Mm-hmm.
He was teamed up with
or last year.
Yeah. When you start looking at some of the stuff, man, it just seemed like that was a really good pick, especially at that position.
Nice. And look, and to your point, he wasn't even the number 1 on his team, right? He was the number 2. Banks was the number 1, so that means that most quarterbacks was going at him because they don't want to go at the number 1. So even with cats going at him every game, he still didn't give up a touchdown, bro. That's
right, yeah.
That's that was a huge pick. So when people's like, damn, we dumb, and I'm not saying that he's better than Christian Gonzalez, even though he's probably rated like the top 4, top 5 corner.
Top 5 or 6, yeah.
And so when we like, oh, we done, we didn't pick up Christian Gonzalez, but here we are at this stage in the draft getting this value. It's kind of just like getting a Christian Gonzalez when you get that value at that point. You know what I mean?
Exactly, GQ. Exactly, because but then at number 1, you got a top 5 talent pass rusher.
Right.
Dealing with the stuff with Chandler, and this might be Chandler used the 3-year contract. It might be his last year. We've been saying it for the last few months, man. Your DBs are so much better with an active pass rush.
Yeah, amen.
So they don't got to be all world, but if you can get a pass rush, they could be even better.
I would put Chandler Jones on the same. I would put Chandler Jones on the same side with Max, inside of Max, bro, and put Tyree on the other edge.
It's funny you say that. I think me and one of the homies over the weekend said the opposite. we would put Tyree at the end and then put Chandler at outside.
Right.
So yeah, we on the same page.
Hey,
Right. Barely. Master man. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
either
we
way,
on the same
there's
page.
more,
Exactly.
than one
Yes,
way to
sir.
skin a cat. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
just get them on the field though.
Get
You
them on
got to
the field together.
You feel me? You got to get the
Hey,
talent on the
and
field.
so if you draft these young cats, and no matter what, if they come out and they show that talent, their talent and their intensity and their heart is going to get them on the field playing if they have that, right? So if you got Tyree Wilson, but you're like, well, we got to have Chandler out there because he's the old veteran. Well, you're going to find a way. You're like, all right, we got to get this young kid in at least for right now, even if you got to be inside for a minute, and his pure talent will show in that.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, your D line might be just blow up, right? Like maybe he goes into D tackle and he destroys it, and
Because
then
I
that
love the additions, man.
because does Max need that much help? Chandler might because of his age.
The
They
biggest
all
thing,
need, hey, Thor, they all need some help. You know what I'm saying? Max, how many sacks he have last year? 10, 9? Hell, he was right there on a lot of them, but if he get a little more D tackle help, as GQ have been talking about, at the end of last season or early in the offseason, he get a little more D tackle help. That'll help him out big time getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, big time, bro. Big time, man.
The quarterback must go down, man, and we just got to get back to that. These last few years, not getting as many sacks, man, and then you talk about our DBs, you just can't cover people forever.
Max had 12.5.
12.5. So I think the year before he had like 7 or 8.
Because this is funny because you say that, right? So peep game. I'm listening. That just made me like, and we all know that DBs can't cover forever, right? No. So I'm listening to the JT the Brick show today, right? And some guy was calling in when I was driving home, or I had JT on for a minute while I was in the car. And some guy was calling in, and he was like, well, it was okay, but I really wanted a corner. Our DBs are so whacking. And when's the last time you heard an announcer say, oh, that was a coverage sack? Well, when he said that and what you just said, his whole argument to me is not valid there because, well, then you almost should want the defensive lineman that's going to come in and be a monster to help your corners, because if you're like I said, I don't know about but I said we have enough holes on defense. You can only fill so many. It's not like we had 3 picks in the first round or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you can only do so much, and you got to pick your battle. You got to pick and choose your battles. And I'd rather have the D line coming. I'm one of them dudes on defense where I'm send everyone. Let put the quarterback to a decision, and then your DBs only got to be with them for a couple seconds instead of 5-6 seconds.
I totally agree. And the game is won in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
And with a Max, with a Tyree, with a Chandler, with a Tillery when it's passing downs, and the Young and Butler and Farrell from last year. You gotta just building on that. And if you can get a rush with your front 4 or 5, then that's even better than sending the house. You know what I mean? When you can get a rush with your front 4.
Yeah.
Man, the sky's the limit for the defense.
If you don't get pressure with your front 4, holy shit.
Right.
So, exactly. So, bro, I just don't know what else to say, man. Please get pressure with your front.
Let me say this because we ain't really delved into it, man. I didn't give a whole lot of look at Tyree because I thought he was going top 5. Like I didn't give a whole.
Me too. I didn't either.
Like I didn't give a big look at Will Anderson because I thought he was pretty much going top 5. Yeah. Man, you go watch Tyree film. I mean, dude is a monster, man. I mean, he's solid against the run, the pass. I mean, he's strong, long arm, 6'6", 6'7", 270.
Right.
I really didn't want to go corner in the first round. It
Mhm.
wasn't no linebackers really there to take. But
Yes.
corners,
Yes.
I just feel like the pass rush, can make the corners better. So the pick, I did want Carter, but the pick ended up working out just fine for me. Somebody that can get to the quarterback.
Right. Right. Saying that, I literally feel like Q that I said I was scared to go corner because of our past. I'm talking about that one time with
Yeah,
a
yeah, you
few
did.
people,
Right.
right? And but I kind of feel like I listened to so many people so much about Gonzalez or Weatherspoon, and then Weatherspoon was that his name, Devin Witherspoon?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
He goes 5, so I'm like, well, okay, as long as Gonzalez don't go, we'll get. But I just kind of got in the mindset of
Right, right.
that's where we were going, but I never wanted to go corner. And so
Yeah,
so
yeah,
so
for sure.
so so with the Tyree pickup, again, I thought he was everywhere I looked, he was going anywhere from 2 to 5. He was never getting I've never
Right,
seen him get past 5. So I didn't even
right,
think about him. Anderson never. I mean, he obviously he went right away, but I
right,
never. He was another one. That no point even looking at that.
right.
Right? There's no point looking at Bryce Young. There's no point. And then I thought it was funny when people thought C.J. Stroud was going to fall to us. I was just like, all right, all right.
I thought it
Y'all was.
was funny when Houston was trying to send out flares that they wasn't taking a quarterback. Yeah,
Mhm.
About to get
yeah,
a
okay. They finna run with Davis Mills
yeah.
over C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young.
Right,
Negative.
right, right.
I
Hey,
didn't think
y'all hold it down for a minute, bro. I gotta go. I'll be right back. Y'all
What's
hold it
up?
down
got
for
you.
1 second.
Got you. I didn't think the reason why I was talking, Witherspoon, Gonzalez, I didn't think any of the edge rushers was gonna fall to us, to
Right,
tell you the truth.
right,
I didn't think Anderson, Carter, or Wilson was gonna be there. And I thought we would just have to choose between,
right,
what because at that point they would have been the best on the board. You know what I mean?
right,
Witherspoon and Gonzalez. So
right,
it would have been dumb to pass up them because they was the best on the board. But with any of the pass rushers there, the corners were not the best on the board. You know what I
right.
mean? So even at a value and at a need, I felt like that was the move that we have to make. Even if it was Carter, but the Carter shit, man, like y'all, bro, that it's deep. It's like when you talk about character issues and things like that. Like obviously, he's like, yeah, but you can't pass on a generational talent. You know what I mean? You can't pass up on, somebody who can end up being, whoever. But he could also end up not being in the league in a short time.
Real talk though. Hey,
you know,
real talk.
um,
And
because it
another
wasn't
thing,
just.
man.
I'm gonna say it wasn't just that incident.
Right,
He didn't just have that incident where unfortunately 2 people died, but he was in other incidents where he was speeding. You know what I mean, and under the influence, and doing this and that. So how it go, the whole Vegas thing. Like, yeah, you can get in trouble anywhere, but Vegas is Vegas. You feel me?
Vegas.
So
Yeah, 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
so I understood more thoroughly, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? That even if people even realize, I guess they didn't believe the organization, they had came out way before the draft and said definitively that they were not even looking
he
at
was off the
Carter.
board.
He was off the board. Like, so
And this is the one thing about D tackles and D ends, man. If your D end can get to the quarterback and get you double digit sacks, that dude is overly priceless. It just D tackle is just not that many Warren Sapps. There's definitely not that many Aaron. There is no other. There are no
There,
Aaron Donalds.
yeah.
There
right.
are none of those out there. So you know, I'm really hindsight. I'm really great with it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I love
Absolutely. I hope young fella takes, I mean, and that's everybody that plays, right? But I hope he takes all the criticisms and the lack of faith, and he turns that into some fuel to beast it out. I'm talking about Byron Young. You know what I mean? And people
Yeah.
saying, he wasn't worth taking. You know what I mean? At that spot or whatever. So, I hope he take that and use that as motivation, homie, to become a motherfucking Aaron Donald at that D tackle spot. You know what I mean? Shit.
Right.
Because, man, dude, I mean, he played at Alabama, man. They say he stops the run really well. They say, I think he didn't have a whole lot of sacks. Not many defensive tackles have a lot of sacks. But if you can stop that run and not get pushed off your spot, I mean, that's huge. And get some push.
Get some push, bro. Get some push. I just don't know, like in the league nowadays, especially on like 3rd and inches or 4th and inches, like it's almost, especially because you got so many big quarterbacks and they have the running back come in and push. Bro, if you can get some push and get some stop, bro, you ain't supposed to necessarily get sacked. Again,
Right.
how many Aaron Donalds are? He's a 1-on-1, right? And
yeah, totally. He had 20 sacks one year from the D tackle spot.
Like,
That's
bro, yo, what's good, Anthony Estrada? What's happening, man? Welcome. Thank you for being here. And everyone who's been here all night, man. We appreciate all y'all. We appreciate all y'all, man.
Yeah, that was my little Day Take cosplay. That's my little brother, man. Tapped in with me, checking this out. You know what I mean?
Nice, man.
I don't know how long we're gonna be on here tonight, but I definitely would like to tap in on. I would like to touch on all the draft picks, at least a little.
After Bennett, we stopped at Bennett, and then we picked up O'Connell. We kind of got into O'Connell. You know what I mean? He was 4th round pick, 135.
Let me talk about O'Connell. Let me say some stuff about him. Y'all know I didn't want to go quarterback top 7. I didn't want to go quarterback at 7. The quarterbacks that we would have took all got drafted. Perfect. That was perfect scenario.
Hell happy. We was hell happy. We was at draft. We was happy when they got drafted. Yeah.
So I was saying I wanted to go quarterback 3rd, 4th, 5th round. I want somebody to start it for at least 2 to 3 years. A little older. 23, 24, whatever. So I'm not saying that I wanted O'Connell, but I had mentioned Hayner. I had mentioned, I think, DTR. I had mentioned a few quarterbacks. So the fact that they chose O'Connell, I'm actually good with it. Would it be nice if he could move a little more? Yes. But there's only mobile quarterbacks are the thing, and you can move around. That's the thing. But they don't win. Everybody's not Patrick Mahomes. There's not many, whatever. We don't like the Queefs, whatever, all that. But there aren't many Patrick Mahomes. So the quarterback that run before that was Matthew Stafford. He don't run nowhere. He might run a couple yards, but he don't run nowhere. Right. And I kind of I looked into O'Connell. He had a better junior year. He had 3 receivers that left. His top receiver, I think David Bell, went to the Cleveland Browns in the 3rd round last year. So he came back with all new receivers this year. So his numbers weren't as good. The offensive line lost a couple offensive linemen. All that matters. So now you can put him in a decent line. And I'm not – hopefully he doesn't start the game this year because that would be a perfect scenario for us.
That would be perfect unless not start. Hopefully he don't even play in the game unless he's just coming in to hand the ball because we won the game by a lot. Anyway, AQ, real quick. The homeboy Fitz is in the building.
Hey.
Fitz, what's up, brother?
Yes, sir. So, what up with it?
Time I was eating.
All good. We just getting into it. You know what I mean?
Let me just finish this. So
yes.
I'm not saying that's the best pick. As just when I hear people just bash the Aiden O'Connell pick, I mean you need somebody smart that could run Josh McDaniels' system. They say he has quick reads, and you put him like. I'm just not big on super high quarterbacks. These quarterbacks that are drafted in the middle to late rounds, you put them in the right situation, you block for them, give them some good targets, some good targets, and they can make some stuff happen. So let's just give them a shot.
Hey, Fitzy, welcome to the show, my brother, and thanks for being here, man.
What's good?
For sure.
So what you think, bro?
Let's hear from you, Fitz. Let's hear about hear what you're thinking.
I like it. I mean, we could have waited on a few picks until the later rounds, like the Tucker. I feel we could have got him in the later round, but I like it overall. We got a lot more defense than offense.
2-1.
Yeah,
indeed.
So We'll see what happens.
Grade. Give us a grade. What's your overall grade?
I say a B.
Okay.
I really want to say a C, but I say a B.
All right.
And let me say this too, because I didn't say this earlier about you just mentioned Tucker. You know, GQ hit me. Me and Thor went back and forth on a cigar about Tucker.
Yeah.
I just think that they're hoping he could be a poor man's Tyreek Hill. You know,
Hey.
I mean, it just the Tyreek Hill started off returning kicks, punts, and kicks, and he wasn't a real factor on offense. And GQ spoke on it earlier that we texted the other day about it, and we're not sure what's up with Renfro. And they brought in a bunch of receivers, so it didn't seem like we needed to get this. And if Jimmy can't throw the ball 50 yards downfield, maybe we need to get him to hit somebody on a slant that run a 4.2, 4.3.
Yeah. Hey,
Just
get that speed
playing devil's
moving.
advocate. Just playing devil's advocate, man.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey, we are positive. We are positive Raider fans. Like again,
Man, I'm optimist, man.
hey,
The optimist.
we want to win, and we want to figure out the way we're gonna win, right? So, hey, the league's always changing and evolving, right? So, and speed kills, man. I heard some shit that they almost wanted to take that dude earlier. And they were just right. They said, and you know how I talk shit about Mark Davis, but they said Mark Davis is the one who kind of really wanted that dude, and wanted a speed receiver, and that's in the line of Al. We know Al. Al didn't
They said
care.
that was an old school Al
As
pick.
a 40 out there, if you was a straight speed guy, I was ready to grab you no matter what, whether you had brick hands or not. He was like, all right, bring that fool in here. He can fly by everyone.
You can't teach that. You can't teach speed. You can't coach it.
You can't teach height and you can't teach speed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like you were saying earlier, Q, Tyree Wilson, the long arms, the height. Are you? Hey, either you got that or you don't. Like that. There's no.
Right.
Hey,
they can't teach 6'6" and 40-inch arms. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm just saying.
Right, because my guy just sitting right here. If he was 6'4", he'd have been in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
That dog, what up?
That dog in the building. That dog in the building, man, for sure. What's up, my brother? Yay.
Yeah, I like the O'Connell pick too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would have liked a couple quarterbacks in that, you know what I mean, in that scenario,
right?
In that play, like I get it. It's like if you look at where the draft was at that moment and what was going on, like I get it. Like even if it wasn't him, if it was Hayner, if it was whoever, if it was DTR, even people was campaigning for DTR, right? But like at that spot, people was getting their guys. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we got to make that move just to solidify that we have a good quality quarterback of the future, not somebody that we're trying to make a right now guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. A quality backup quarterback. So to me, GQ, you hear all these Raider. I remember the other night, right? And you hear all these lot of Raider fans, and they want to say, oh, because there's so many pessimistic. I'm sorry, I've been drinking a little bit, so these words be pessimistic. Raider fans will be like, oh well, Jimmy G finna be hurt. Jimmy G, bruh. Until he is, he's not.
He's not.
You know what I'm saying? He's a starter until he's not. He's a guy until he's not. Well, then if that's what you're worried about, don't you want a backup behind him? And so we draft the old dude, right? The old not draft. We
Hoyer.
We signed Hoyer, the old dude. Well, what? I mean, he's old too. Like, what happens if he get hurt?
So let me say this. I think Hoyer was drafted. Well, not drafted, but I thought he was brought over because he knows the system and he can help. I mean, so whatever young guy we drafted, whether it's Chase Garbers from last year or whether it's Aiden O'Connell, Hoyer can help be a coach on the field in the locker room.
Right,
That's what
right,
Hoyer's
right.
for. I think Hoyer will be third string probably.
Right. So again, though, because you're okay, so he's probably more of that just a coach. So I'm with you. So again, my argument being that my logical side of me being that if the people who are pessimistic and who are bitching about this and that, and I just want to say to them, shut the fuck up, man. Root for your team, and until some shit happens, don't even put
Don't
that
even
in the. Don't
speak
even
that
put
into
that in.
the air.
Let's go, man. We just need to win game. Well, but if it does for y'all, motherfuckers, we need someone back there. We need someone
Exactly.
back. We
I
need
mean, we
someone
had
back.
to draft a quarterback.
You have to.
We had to. Like we
Mhm.
talked about this the last couple of months. We had to draft a quarterback. I just didn't want it to be at 7.
I didn't want it to be a 7 at all, bro. I mean, if what's his name dropped to us, which I for sure knew he wasn't,
Right.
which I for sure knew CJ Stroud wasn't dropping a 7. Whoever thought that was going to happen, I mean, if he did, you had to, but he wasn't.
Right.
Get over it. Get over it. It wasn't, and I'm glad we didn't trade up. I'm glad we went defense. Maybe
Just like
not
it
the
was
person I was expecting, but I'm glad.
a deep tight end draft, and you trade your Pro Bowl tight end. We had to get a tight end,
You had to get a tight end somewhere. Yeah, amen. Amen.
and
And we
then before,
got the guy though. Like
yeah,
on that one, we got the guy. You had to get a tight end, but we got the guy. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
you're right.
that was huge. That was huge for them
Huge.
right there.
Huge.
Smart. Honestly, bro, Ziegler, bro. Whether you Ziegler, Mayock, Ziegler together, whatever the pair, like they made some fucking moves, bro. They made some fucking. I thought they made moves in the free agency too. Like, and people, was complaining, groaning about some of the shit that they did, but I kind of saw the movements, there too. And when you fit in what this is with what that was, you feel me? Like, again, you did the Jacory with the Epps, you feel me? You got Shelly to kind of be an older guy, but then you feel me, he can still help coach up the young guy. You feel me? You got Hobbs still there. And then I'm gonna go, that takes me to the next pick, right? Past O'Connell, Christopher Smith, the second at safety. You feel me?
exactly.
Come on, bro.
I like that pick too, man. He out of Georgia. He started on Georgia's defense.
First team All-American, bro. First team All-American his senior year, man.
The reason he dropped to the 5th round is because he ran a 4.5 or a 4.6 at the combine. And I've talked about why I didn't want certain players who were workout warriors and did great at the combine. Watch the tape, and can you play football? Dude can play football.
AQ, combine speed versus football speed.
Right.
Jerry
exactly.
Rice. I mean, whatever.
Exactly. Jerry Rice ran a 4.6 at the combine. Or he ran a 4.640. I don't know if it was at the combine. He ran a 4.640, but on the field, nobody ever caught him. Can you play football?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I really like that pick.
Yeah, right on, D-Menace. Take a shot, nation. So if hit the like button, that means hit the like button, share, tell your peoples, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. For sure, man. All good.
Fitz, what was your favorite pick of the draft? What was your favorite pick of the draft?
Favorite pick of the draft? I'm gonna have to go with, honestly, Tyree Wilson. That was my 3rd overall. I wanted Jalen Carter. That was my number 1. You know what I mean? But
you had Tyree at 3?
At number 3.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
nice. So
I'm excited about that.
So for you to have Tyree at number 3, right, on your board, right, listed, and to hear people, some of us, talk about the pick like, that he's damn near talk like he's gonna be a bust, like the way some people talk about the value of why did they, get Tyree Wilson, he's, whatever. How do you feel about that? You having, viewing him so highly, but knowing that people don't view him so highly.
I mean, the boy can play football, and the college he came out of has been producing, top tier fucking defensive fucking edge rushers. I'm sorry. So the college he came out of is one of the tops for his position.
Right.
I think it's from 2010 and up. They've been
Mhm.
producing, Pro Bowlers, fucking MVPs at that position. So
Right,
overall, I mean, I'm excited. I don't think he's going to be a bust. I think he's going to be a show with fucking, fucking our D line. So we'll see what happens.
So I agree with Fitz on the fact that we all, I said, we all were like, oh yeah, Tyree Wilson is going top 5. So we ain't even looking at him like that anyway. Because if we think about all the drafts we had, like maybe because you thought we were going to get a corner, right? Or you thought, oh, well, Jalen Carter fell to it. Well, he also had the off the field issues. And because of like DJ Mike said earlier, because of what happened with the rug situation, we ain't touching that. But a lot of people weren't touching that because Carter was going to go higher. He was going to go two or three before that happened, before that trouble happened with him. So
he could have possibly went 1, bro.
He could have possibly won. So to say though that here's where I was going with this. With all these drafts over the last whatever years, the Alex Leatherwoods, and you're just like, you're looking at who we took, like, huh? Like, the meme. There's the meme of the Raider fan with that look on his face. I mean, you had that. Oh, no one had a look of pure disgust. So that might not have been the position you wanted, but otherwise,
it's still defense.
Bro,
Right, it's still defense.
That's all I want. Defense.
Defense. Hey, how many times defense?
Defense.
Well, we got 6 defenders, man. We got 6 defenders. Let them play. Let them play, and they Raiders, so back them up. They're Raiders, so back them up.
And then just to finish off on the Chris Smith Jr. pickup, the safety out of Georgia in I think it was the 5th round. Right. And then you got Trayvon Moehrig still, and then you signed Philip Shelley, like GQ was just saying, from Minnesota. I mean, you putting some competition back there, man. Everybody's on notice, and that's what I like.
Yeah. Do we still have Moehrig on the roster? Is Moehrig showing? He's on the roster, right?
Yeah,
he's on the roster,
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So I mean, you mix that up with him, Moehrig, Epps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back there, the safety spot back there, it's shaping up. You feel me? The corners too, right? When you add in these corners, so getting past Chris Smith,
Moehrig is going to go in this 3rd or 4th year. Philip Shelley Duke Shelley is a veteran, and then you bring in this rookie. On top of the other people, yeah, exactly. So I love
Hobbs, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. And hopefully they can put Hobbs back in the slot, man. I think that's where he played best. Yeah. I know his hand was broke or whatever last year, so I'm sure that affected him, but he just seemed to be a lot better in the slot.
And we still got a Meek too. We got a Meek too.
Yeah.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just real quick, y'all think they should re-sign Rock? You seeing? He did pretty good last year. And he's still out there.
We need to get Rock back. We need to get Rock back. We need Rock. We need. I'm good.
At the right price, of course, because he's at the right price, of course, because he's still on the market.
Well, that's right. Well, everything's at the right price, bro. Everything's at the right price.
I wouldn't be mad at it. He was very productive. Rock was very productive.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Big news, my son in the building. I see you.
Hey. What's up, Kelly? It's a family affair tonight.
Yeah, man. Yep.
So after Chris, we went and grabbed Amari Burney, linebacker from Florida. Gators.
Linebacker, yeah.
That was pick 203, round 6.
Yeah.
So this one I wasn't all the way sure about, but because I'm not super big on drafting people that play safety and making them linebackers. But like we did with Divine Diablo, so he's finally in like year 3 starting to come into his own. With this pick, I think this dude was already transitioning to linebacker. You know, he's had a number of picks and sacks. So, you know, somebody got to cover these tight ends because we obviously ain't been able to cover none for the last 5 years. So
20 years, but okay.
I was just trying
I was just trying
We all
to.
know about
he's in here though. Speaking on that though, he's a smart player. One thing about him, he's made the fucking honor roll 4 years in a row. Highly intelligent.
I like that. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Highly intelligent. So you know,
that's GQ. That's one of the things I value more than almost anything, right? Because not all, but most of these dudes are big and strong and whatever. But this is
Right.
so much more important because how many times do we sit there and just you stupid mother what the bruh?
right?
Come on,
being able to diagnose the play properly, for sure.
Yep.
So I didn't. He was one of the. Obviously, he was like the second. I've been looking at this stuff the last couple of days. I'm looking at some of our undrafted free agents that we picked up, but I didn't get to fully really go into Bernie. But I seen that he had some interceptions. He had some sacks.
Four sacks, 2 picks. His last season, he had four sacks, 2 picks, and like 41 tackles.
Yeah,
like that.
So he's definitely versatile.
Yeah.
So I did like that. I know a lot of people. If y'all been looking, a lot of people didn't like this pick either, but we needed a linebacker. I ain't saying he the line in this store. We talked about it. This draft was a weak linebacking class.
Weak linebacker draft, yeah. So you don't want to read. So, hey, bro, when you're talking about 6th and 7th rounders, man,
exactly.
If you can find some kind of something decent there, bro. That's like finding a $20 bill on the ground when you're walking down the street.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing better than that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. Find somebody with some upside that plays, started SEC guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Pac-12 guy, but we know what the SEC is, man.
Hey, we Pac-12 guys, but SEC based though.
SEC is SEC, dog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right,
so it's funny that you mentioned that because the guy that we picked last in the draft, he got honorable mention. He got honorable mention, all Pac-12.
Pac-12 guy.
Coming from Arizona, right? That's your boy Nesta J, right? Yeah. So he rounded out the drafted players for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we got us. You know.
Now I didn't get a chance to check him out yet, so he's next on my list.
Yeah.
So, but we know we need D tackle, and this is the thing about the D tackle position, which maybe they didn't need. Well, they had the flags on Carter or whatever, but maybe they didn't need to go so high because I think last year they drafted Neil Farrell Jr. and Darius Butler.
Yeah.
So you know, like our friend Serge says, your rookie year is kind of a wash sometimes. So now these dudes are in their second year, so hopefully they can progress and take that next step.
Yeah.
And then you bring in a rookie from Alabama. You bring back Tillery. Yeah. So get some competition going at that spot.
Yeah.
And let some guys and what do they call it? Coach them up.
Yeah. Coach them up, bro. And like your son just said, competition all around.
Yeah.
Competition all around.
Right.
Hey. I don't want nobody's job to feel safe.
Yeah, no, ain't none of y'all motherfuckers safe. Ain't none of y'all safe, man. There's one dude on the defense that's safe to me, and that's Max Crosby. And that's because he go 100 all day, every day. But other than that, man, you better show improve. You better show improve, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out there and play like you need a job, period. Play
Right.
like you need a job, man. Because that next dude trying to take your job. Period. Mm-hmm.
I'm with it, man. So I like the draft, man. It was nice for once. And I love the Raider Nation, but to hell with the fans on the day exact thoughts on some of these picks, man.
Right.
But to see some of the commentators and the analysts and the reports give us, A's and B's when I'm used to D's and F's.
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
I mean, I'm used to D's and F's. I think one of them even gave us a C plus. I was happy with that, man. Just because it didn't really have the oh no pick. The wide receiver was a little at the time. I was like, it seemed like so many other needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at the draft as a whole and where we at and the speed we do need on offense.
Yeah. Hey, hindsight's 2020, but hindsight's 2020. So this dude might come out and he might be like, damn, that was a steal of the draft right there. You never know. 3 years from
Never
now.
know.
You never know. Like you said, poor man Tyreek Hill. 3 years from now, they might be like, man, they grabbed that dude in the third round out of nowhere, and everyone laughed at him.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. Tyreek Hill had some red flags coming out of college. He got kicked out of one college and went to a smaller college, but he was a fourth or fifth round draft pick. So, I mean, you had a chance to do stuff over. A lot of people would.
Yep. For
sure. And what about I don't know how much time we rocking with, but I looked at a couple of the undrafted free agents, and Thor, I wanted to at least get an offensive guard. Just for more competition. I know they got Parham last year, and I feel you either get better or you get worse. And then Brandon Parker's coming back off an injury. I just want to get some more competition in there, and I felt they brought in a couple good pieces of undrafted free agents.
Hey, speaking of Brandon Parker, we're interviewing him on Tuesday of next week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Brandon Parker, I think he went to Jackson State, maybe?
Shit, I forgot.
Yeah,
I was getting homework before.
Two names, bro. Go ahead, Fitz. Go ahead.
What?
Come on, Fitz.
He was talking about Brandon Parker.
Oh yeah, no, we're interviewing him on Tuesday, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's dope.
Okay, that should be dope. Hey, y'all tune in to Oos Nation, my guys. Tune in. You know what I mean? If y'all want to catch that interview, you know what I mean? Tune in to Oos Nation, Red Nation Drinking Club. You already know y'all family. You feel me? You can go find their channel. They everywhere. YouTube, Instagram. You feel me? Oos Nation. Pull up on them.
Hell, you got to. My big Oos just walked in to give me another beer, man. That's my brother, just Tassi. His brother played in the NFL for years. A lot of people thought he was going to go, but I call him, I hope this ain't disrespectful. I call him the Samoan midget because that motherfucker all muscle, but he like 5'6", 5'7". He might get mad at me if I say he'd be like, I'm 5'8", bro. But when he was a little taller, he'd been in the NFL for sure. Because his brother, like 6 foot, he played for the Eagles and the Cowboys as a running back and stuff. Back under Buddy Ryan. So they was real ones, bro. All their family, they all football players, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, all that. So we got nothing but love for the Oos Nation. Y'all gotta remember, man. Tune into the Oos Nation, baby. Got to get into the Oos Nation, bro.
Tuesday they got Brandon Parker. That's dope.
Hey,
this Thursday we got Lincoln Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Big Link.
Yeah, Big Link to home.
Link. Curtis McClendon. Q, to your point. UDFA. Curtis McClendon.
Is that Arkansas?
Right, that guy, he's going to be
out of Arkansas.
Where'd he come from?
There's one out of Tennessee, Chattanooga, and there's one out of Arkansas.
Okay.
One of them, the guard is 6'6".
Chattanooga, bro. Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Chattanooga.
He's like 6'6", 330, man. They say he's a mauler.
6'6", 31.
Yeah.
Monster.
They say he a mauler and got an attitude.
Talking about guard. Just take.
Hey,
I watched his tape.
His teammate last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. His teammate last year got drafted in the first round or second round by I think New England or somebody. So Tennessee Chattanooga doing something, a little something over there with the offensive line. We got him as an undrafted
I
free
was
agent.
just, hey, your son, me and your son, we on the same wavelength because I was just getting ready to throw out another name because I said two names. The other name was that name right there, Dalton Wagner, bro.
6'9".
Yeah,
bro.
yes, sir.
Monsters.
Yes, sir.
6'9". With an attitude, SEC. I want to say
Yes,
he was
sir.
second team all SEC. I don't know why all these dudes fall. I don't. Like I said, man, some people don't run two steps slow,
Right.
do one bench press less, and you fall from the second to the fifth round or from the third round out of the draft.
Right.
So the Dalton Wagner dude, I heard some really good stuff about him, man. He's 6'9", mauler, right tackle. Bro, you got to watch his highlights. I watched his highlights like earlier today.
A lot. And some of his highlights come against Byron Young.
They do. I did see that. I did see that. Ain't that funny? Funny how that works, ain't it?
But if you watch the film, Byron Young momentum was going a certain way. He, you do what a good lineman does. Whatever direction you want to go, I'm just gonna let you go there. I'm gonna help you along your way.
I'm gonna push you on that route. Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? And he did that a couple times. But hey, yeah, it's gonna be some good camp competition. Let's say that.
That's what I love. That's what I want.
That's all we want. That's what we want, man. So,
But I'm positive, bro. When the last time we came out of a draft like this, like to your point, to everyone's point, to all of our points, man? When's the last time we've come out of a draft and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm positive.
Right.
Like, man, like I'm very positive, bro, about the direction that we headed. I just, they got to pan out. But
I like it, man. I listen to sports talk and I hear some of the dudes, sports talk Raider fans calling in. I get some of it. They just you scarred with McDaniels and Ziegler already in the first, I don't know, 11 months or whatever. I get it. Rome wasn't built in a day. But I thought the draft was pretty decent myself. So I like it. Did I think we took a couple people a little too high? Yes. But like I said earlier, if you really like them and you don't think they're going to be here 30 picks later,
exactly,
and you really like them, go get them.
Yeah.
And you got to live with
that. For real. Like,
because that's what Ziegler is going to get hired and fired by. You know what I'm saying? So if you like them, go get them. No excuses.
Stand on that shit.
Yeah, stand on it, GQ.
Right. And to that point, because I know he's going to get out of here in a minute or whatever, but to that point, it's like, bro, trust who you are and trust your own. Like, we ain't sitting here doing their homework on these D tackles or whatever that are probably going to go in the 4th, 5th round or this safety that's going to go in the 6th.
Right.
So they got to trust their shit. And like you just said, well, we don't pick again. We pick here. We don't pick again from 177 to 207. So I know other people looking at that dude. He don't think he get back to us. And get him.
Like I said, because all the quarterbacks, all them late quarter, all them 4th round quarterbacks, excuse me, had 5th and 6th round grades. But if you wanted to wait to the 4th, the 5th, or 6th round to get them, you wouldn't have.
Right.
So like GQ said, man, you got to stand on it. And I'm all for building your team, and I hope these dudes make it work and they can ride around another couple years or longer, because that means that they hit on these draft picks and we're winning.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Amen.
Because that's why a lot of coaches come in and turn over rosters, because these ain't my guys.
Yeah.
So I'm playing with people that don't even fit my scheme. And I'm, no excuses, man. Go get them dudes. We had 13 draft picks. We ended up with like 9 players out of the draft. And as far as the undrafted free agents, I've only got to them first couple, man. I like what I see.
Yeah. Hey, go get it done, man. Let's go get it done.
Let's go get it, Raiders. Let's go get it.
Go, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. I'm positive, man. We positive and we want to win, bro. We positive and we want to win, man. And I feel like we took a step to improve. Like I don't feel like we took a step back. I feel like we took a step forward. And,
Yes,
and that's all we can ask for, right? That's all we can ask for.
One small step for Raiders Nation.
Let's go. Let's go. They'll take a step. We'll take a shot or a drink or whatever. Oh, and Fitz, man. I know I saw you we saw you there the other day.
I saw you the other day.
A few people came over here the next day, and maybe about 4 of them did the Red Nation Drink Challenge. So we're still waiting for you, my brother. And I know you're trying not to get promoted here and there, but one of these days we gotta get you.
I'm not doing that tonight, GQ.
We gotta get you official.
Not doing that tonight.
We gotta get you official, baby. We gotta get you.
We'll do it here soon.
Oh man,
for sure. Hey, we trying to get Samoan over here too, man. We might have to carry him home.
Hey,
I mean, the first home game, we'll catch him. We'll all do it.
Oh, together. For sure. I'll get. Hell yeah.
You're gonna make me get out there for the first home game.
Hell yeah.
Hey, and since we're doing plugs, if you live in Vegas and you need a cell phone, come to Sam's Club off of Serene.
Hell yeah.
Come see me.
This way.
Yes. I'm your guy, Nation. Pull up. It's in Henderson. But anyways.
Hey, Thor.
Man.
Yes.
Put Big News last comment up.
Man.
I think that's real, man.
That's real, bro.
You hit on your top pick, man, because you can't keep flunking top picks.
Right.
You hit on your top pick, you miss on it every year. So it's even a blessing that we even been this cool the last couple of years, man. You hit on your top picks and you hit on a couple more picks. I see. I watch a lot of football. I see 5th round picks and 3rd round picks and undrafted people starting all over the damn NFL. So
yeah,
do what you do, man. Let's get our shit in.
Let's go, man. So Tyree ball out, and we got our tight end ball out, and then you get some of them little 5th rounders and whatever.
Like that corner and that safety that you was talking about.
Smith and Bennett, man. Smith and Bennett.
I'm expecting a little more from them, man. I
Smith and Bennett, man.
Let's do it. Well,
hey,
yeah.
I don't know. We ain't talked about it, though. I'm gonna just throw it out there. This is draft show, man. This really needed to be like a 2-hour show. I don't know if anybody's available to come back later in the week or something. Midweek, late week, something. But I just think in that way, we all can, do a little more homework and because
let's get into it.
I'm just excited where this is going, man.
Let's do it. So cute. So let me tell you, Tuesday is the Warrior game. Oh, real quick. I don't know if Graf is around or he might check if he peeps anything out later. Whoa! To my 2 Kings fans I know in the world, to Graf and B. Dawkins, and to the 26 of y'all all around the world, congratulations on making the playoffs. Y'all might be there for a minute because y'all are pretty solid. But it's been 17 years, so don't think you was going to come in and take out the champs. But I digress.
Grav got a King's tattoo.
D-Menace, I love you. But we throwing that up for a second. Then we throwing that up, baby. Because we coming, baby. We coming, man. We coming, baby.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Defending champs. Put some respect on it.
Yeah, exactly. Put some respect on stuff, man. Let's go.
We the reigning champs, though.
Game 7.
The disrespect is so real.
It's gonna be a series, man.
Already know. I don't know.
So that's Tuesday, Thor. You available in it? You available any other day later in the week? I just want to tap back on this. You know, it's the off season.
Wednesday. Let's do Wednesday if y'all can.
Because all we got.
So that's what I was saying. So I don't think I can on Wednesday because I got people coming into town. We gotta go. We got a room. We gotta go get for them. I might be out, and then Thursday another. I could do it Friday maybe. I mean, we'll talk. I might be able to. I might be able to Wednesday late at night 9. I might. I'm just not sure right now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but we'll
work
figure
it out. Like
I'm down to do something later in the week. Hey, Fitz, you go on tomorrow, you said?
Huh?
You go on tomorrow? You said?
Oh, no. Tomorrow's Lakers and Golden State Warriors.
No, you got Brandon Parker on.
Oh, that's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
That's next Tuesday. Okay.
Next Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably thinking Friday is best, but maybe Wednesday like 9 o'clock. But I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. Mickey,
yeah, for sure. We'll talk about it.
Family? Salute. What up, family?
Man, let me tell y'all this, man. I'm just so excited about the players and the grades that even some of the naysayers are saying. You know, I want to talk about every pick, 5th round, 6th round, 7th round. I was excited to look at some of the tape of a couple of undrafted free agents.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again for sure, man. We'll do it again this week, bro. We'll do it again this week. Definitely. And you know.
Even if it ain't a full hour or whatever, we just need to get a good 30, 45 minutes in or something.
All good. That sounds like a plan for sure. That sounds like a plan, bro. That sounds like a plan. Let's go, man. Again, appreciate all you guys for being here. Fitz for pulling up. D Menace, he's our people. He's always here. Mickey, all you guys, man. Everyone who's here.
The Almighty Core 4.
Sam, all the wives. Kaylin, the little young baby Q. I'm gonna start calling you baby Q.
Shout out to my little brother, man. By the way, y'all see that name in the chat? They take cosplay. My little brother's a cosplayer. So if anybody's out there that's into that or need ideas about costume or need costume work done, he does that, bro. He be winning awards and shit at like the Comic Cons and all this type of shit. You go all out there. He's into all that. But much love to Raider Nation, man. Just y'all in general, man. Y'all know we love y'all.
Hell yeah, man.
Man, like my son said, man, like and subscribe, man. Tap in.
Please. And tell your people, man. Baby. Tell your people, come get down with us, man. You know, we the Switzerland of the Raider Nation YouTube, of Raider Nation in general, man. We love everyone. We cool with everyone. We ain't got no fun. You ain't finding no drama over here. You finna laugh. You finna drink and have a good time. Whether it be on YouTube or out in the streets, wherever we be at, we kicking and we having fun and we got love for everyone, man.
Yes,
so
since you said that,
yes.
When you walking in the mall, when you walking in the store, and you see somebody with Raider gear on, you at least gotta throw them a yee or something. Or I see you play a nice hat, nice shirt.
Man. Okay, Raider Nation, I see you.
Yes, something, man. Something. You got to
turn around. Raiders. See if they turn around.
Learn the game. Learn how it is, how you get down, man. Yep. Most step,
everything.
Man.
My wife get at me all the time. We'll be going somewhere. I didn't stop. I done chopping it up, keying, dapping it up. All right, man. How do I show it? You knew that guy? I ain't never met him in my life.
Right.
He was a Raider fan.
Yeah, I don't Raider here.
I seen he had the shield on. I told him, okay, I see you. We started dapping up. We talking, okay, talking about the season. All right. I'll let you later. I ain't even know that. I ain't never met him in my life before. Right. But if you a real Raider, if you really the real nation, we recognize that shit. I mean,
amen. Say it with your chest, because that's the truth right there, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go.
You know, we talked with Violator this past weekend at Thor House, man, on some not exactly that, but it was just on Raider Nation being Raider Nation and everybody doing their part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so this is our part as Raider Nation.
Yeah. Right. Because someone was talking about like everyone can't be Violator or
Right.
Gorilla or Senor, but we can all
Correct.
be Raider Nation.
Exactly.
Correct.
We are Raider Nation, so
We
we
are.
can
Period.
treat all Raider Nation like Raider Nation, and that's a beautiful thing for sure.
Yes.
Right on,
Yes.
Q.
Indeed.
Right on, Q. Right on for bringing that up. That's for sure.
Great point.
For sure.
Great
Hell
point,
yeah.
guy.
And we appreciate everyone here. Fitz, we appreciate you. We getting up out of here, man, and we finna be on again later this week because Q needs it, so then we need it.
Yeah.
For sure,
I
for
need
sure.
my fix, man. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, all good. Love you guys, man. Raider Nation all
No.
day. All right, everyone in the
Nation
chat,
or
thank y'all so
nothing. You
much,
already know.
man. We appreciate y'all, and we up out of here. Yee!
Yeah.